Hello, it's good to see you. Today we have items from Aldi again. Some nice little stuff here. It's basically the same stuff we always get. Nothing really too spectacular, but I'm going to show them to you anyway. All right, first, you know what? Let's get the crackly things out of the way first. This is something that I've just recently started buying. These are from Clancy's. They are the restaurant style tortilla chips, and you can see they're kind of big. Now, normally I get the scoops, but my younger son has decided that he likes these better. I think they taste exactly the same. I believe they are exactly the same. The only difference is the shape, but he swears they taste different. I don't think they do. But okay, Clancy's is one of the Aldi brands. You will see a lot of chips, different types of snacks with the Clancy's name on it. This is a 13-ounce bag, and these are only 85 cents at my Aldi. Anyway, I don't know if it's the same at all of them, but you can get this great big bag of tortilla chips for only 85 cents plus tax. I mean, that's awesome. It says they're great for parties. It's basically a party of one because my younger son eats these single-handedly. He'll eat the whole bag because for some reason he's decided that these are the best snack ever. He doesn't even eat them with anything. No salsa, no dip, just the chips. So I don't know. I mean, I think they're good, but I don't think they're that good. They're not that good, but he loves these. So this whole bag is basically for him. Okay, there's that. These Clancy snacks are for me. And I forgot that I already had several bags in the cabinet, so I didn't really need to buy these, but that's okay. These are only 79 cents a bag at my Aldi. These are the Clancy's original pork rinds. And if you're on a low-carb diet, you can eat these. If you want something a little crunchy, they're kind of crunchy. This is a 3.25-ounce bag of pork rinds. And I eat these every now and then, but then I get kind of tired of them. It's the way it goes. So yeah, I'll eat them for a while and then I get tired of them, and then they sit in the cabinet because my kids don't like them. They don't eat them. But it's a nice little snack, I guess, if you like that kind of thing. Here's another thing. Now, this is not all we eat. I always have to point this out because if I don't, someone will say something about it. This is not all we eat in the course of a week. I do also do some grocery shopping elsewhere, but these are just items that I can get cheaper at Aldi. So I do. This is not all we eat. I promise. Okay. And also, if I buy things that have to be refrigerated, they're already in the refrigerator. I don't leave them out, like meats and cheeses and milk and eggs. And I did buy all of that, and it's in the refrigerator. I don't bring that out. This is just stuff that doesn't have to be refrigerated. Now, these are good. These are from Savorids, which is another one of the Aldi brands. They make things like the generic version of Townhouse crackers, Ritz crackers, things like that. These are penguins, which are kind of like goldfish from Pepperidge Farm. And you can see what they look like down here. They're just little tiny little penguins there, and they are baked with real cheddar cheese. And this is a 6.6-ounce bag. And my son prefers these to goldfish crackers. He says they have more taste. He said the goldfish crackers are more bland compared to these. He said these are just better. So, because they also sell goldfish crackers at Aldi, but he said, no, I would rather have these because they taste better. So, this is what I get. I think they also come in a bigger bag, I think, and you can also get little snack bags, I believe. But I buy this size because I find if I get the big size bag, they kind of go stale before they're all eaten. So, I figure this size bag will be consumed before it goes stale. And oops, little chip-a-lanch on the floor. Sorry. the less crinkly things, still a little crinkly. These are Love and Fresh bagels. These are the plain bagels. These are for my older son. He was eating the blueberry bagels for a while and then he kind of got burned out on them. And he's gone to asking for just the plain bagels. Now you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in here for $1.45, which is a great deal. And they're really good. I have had these. I prefer the blueberry, but these are really good too. It's a lot less expensive than buying bagels in the grocery store. A bag of bagels this size in most of the grocery stores around here would be at least $3. So more than twice as much for the same amount. And he will probably have all these eaten up by Tuesday because he's always hungry. He's 14. He's always hungry. He's always in here with his head in the refrigerator looking for see what's in there. It's funny. But yeah, so he likes these. He'll eat these as a snack. He's probably eating them as a meal. A lot of times in the mornings when he's going out to the bus, he will grab a couple, 1 or 2, and eat them while he's waiting for the bus. I think that's basically his breakfast most mornings when he goes to school because he doesn't like the breakfast at school. So those are for him. I don't eat them, and my younger son doesn't really eat them either. And then, of course, as always, we have the lovely loaf of Love and Fresh classic white bread. This is a 1 pound, 4 ounce bag of bread. These have, the price of these loaves of bread has remained pretty steady for the last few months. They're 85 cents a loaf. And Love and Fresh is the name that they put on a lot of their baked goods, breads, pastries, things like that. They do have different types of bread. They have wheat bread. I think they have an Italian bread and, things like that. But this is the one I usually get. And this is for my son. He makes his lunch for school pretty much every day. And he usually will take a sandwich. Sometimes he'll take a hot dog, but usually it's a sandwich. And this is mainly what this is for. Sometimes we'll make grilled cheese sandwiches here in the evenings, but usually it's for his lunches. So, it's 85 cents. And honestly, we usually don't use it all up. Some of it ends up being wasted, but I try not to waste it. I usually have at least part of a loaf in the freezer, and sometimes we will make cheese toast and cinnamon toast, and I will just grab the bag out of the freezer to make that. And it's good because it's frozen and it's a lot easier to put the butter on there. I don't know if I've ever shown you the cheese toast and cinnamon toast that we make. My mom used to make it for me when I was a kid, and it was one of my favorite things. All you do for the cheese toast, it's very simple. You just take a piece of, the American cheese that's in the plastic. You can use any kind of cheese, though. And you just put it on a piece of bread, and you put it in the oven or a toaster oven or whatever, and you broil it. You put it on broil, which is 500 degrees. And it toasts it. You have to watch it, though, because the cheese will burn. I like it a little burned, though. I also like burnt popcorn. But you leave it in there until it kind of just browns. And you eat it, and it's so good. You can start with frozen bread, too. It doesn't matter. It works either way. And the cinnamon toast, I really like to use the frozen bread for the cinnamon toast because it's a lot easier to spread the butter on it. You're going to take a piece of bread, frozen or not. It's good if you use a more dense bread because you're going to be applying butter or margarine to it. And then all you do, you just sprinkle some sugar and cinnamon on there, just to your liking. I don't measure it or anything. You just kind of sprinkle it on there. And then you broil, put it on broil. You can do the cheese toast and the cinnamon toast at the same time, but I do find that the cinnamon toast usually doesn't take as long, so you have to kind of watch, because if you're basing it on the time it takes to make the cheese toast, the cinnamon toast can burn. But you just toast it until it's lightly brown, and it makes the whole house smell like cinnamon, and it tastes really good. It's a very inexpensive little snack, and it's pretty good. So I don't know how I got off on that, but that was one of my favorite things to have for breakfast in the mornings when I was a kid, was a piece of cheese toast and a piece of cinnamon toast. and my kids like it too. And then for hot dogs, obviously, we have the Love and Fresh hot dog buns. I did not have to buy hamburger buns this week. They had ground bison in there 2 weeks ago, and we had bison burgers. They were so good. It was really yummy. They don't have bison all the time, and I'd never tried it. So while they had it, I went ahead and got some. It was actually really good. I enjoyed it. But this is for hot dogs, obviously. 12-ounce bag from Love and Fresh. And I think these are also 85 cents. I think the white bread, the hot dog buns, and the hamburger buns, I think they're all 85 cents each at this point anyway. But they're perfectly decent hot dog buns. Not really much to say about them. Although lately I've noticed a lot of the packages of hot dog buns are kind of squished. I'm not really sure why. This was the least squished bag I could find when I went shopping. I don't know what's going on with their hot dog buns. But you look at them and they're kind of, at least some of them are squished. I don't know why. It's unusual. They're normally not that way. Now these are Little Debbie snacks. They don't carry a lot of Little Debbie snacks. I mean, as far as the brand name, they have some of their brand, some of the different ones like the Devil's Food Cake, the Swiss rolls, I think they're called. But they do have the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies, which my older son loves these. He likes these as a snack, and they are less expensive at Aldi than any other store around here. I think they're $1.50. The suggested retail price is $1.99. There are 12 of the little sandwich cookies in here, and they are individually wrapped. And it's just it's like a chewy oatmeal cookie with a cream filling in it. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I can't eat them anyway. But my son loves these things, so I bought those for him. And this is for me. This is one of the better deals in Aldi, I think. The Southern Grove Deluxe mixed nuts. I get the unsalted, but they also have them seasoned with sea salt. This is a 1 pound, 14-ounce container. Has a little handle there where you can kind of grab it. These are only $12.99, and there are no peanuts in here. It has cashews, almonds, hazelnuts, Brazil nuts, and pecans in here, and that's it. And I take these to work. I actually have a different type of mixed nuts, kind of like this, that I eat here at home. But these are the ones I take to work, and it keeps me from, running to the vending machine or something if I'm at work in the afternoon and I get kind of hungry. But they're really good. And I think a jar like this, I think even at Walmart, a jar like this would be at least $5 more for the same thing. So they have these usually on the end of the aisle at my Aldi. Now, it may be different in yours. But if you like deluxe mixed nuts and you've never tried this kind, I recommend it. I think they're really good. But that's usually, those are my afternoon snack at work. Let's see. I have to keep stopping to cough. My allergies are driving me bananas today. Okay. I have to tell you a story about water. These bottles come from Aldi, and I buy them. I think they come in a pack of 24, and they're really inexpensive. They're $2.29 for a great big thing. Now, I know a lot of people don't like bottled water. And that's fine. If you don't buy these, I'm totally fine with it. You certainly have my permission to not buy these. But I buy these because I want to. I also buy the gallons of filtered water, and I use those as well. But sometimes I want one just to take with me when I'm going somewhere, and my kids like these as well. They take them to school sometimes. I have had an issue with bottled water at Aldi. And it may just be the one cashier. I don't know. There's this one lady. Okay, the first time I bought bottled water at Aldi, and I haven't bought it there really. I had been buying it at Walmart, but then I started buying it at Aldi. The first time I bought it, I took it out of the cart and I put it up on the belt with the rest of my groceries. And she fussed at me. And she wasn't mean, but she was a little snippy. Maybe she was having a bad day. I'm not really sure. But she said, you don't need to do that. You can leave it in the cart. And the way she said it was just kind of testy. Like, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't know. She said, well, next time you can do that. You just leave it in the cart. I said, okay. Again, didn't know. Sorry. I said, it's fine. Just next time do that. Okay. So the next time, okay, I bought water 3 times. The second time I went, I left it in the cart. And she's ringing up my stuff. And then she spots the water and she goes, I wish I had known you had water in your cart. I would have put everything back in your cart. I said, so I should have told you it was in the cart. Now, mind you, she had only been ringing up my stuff less than a minute. I had not, and she was still talking to the person who had checked out before me. I had not had the opportunity to say, excuse me, I have water in my cart. Because I was standing there wondering if I should, and maybe I should, but she was talking to somebody, and then she's ringing up my stuff as she's talking to this person. And then she glanced at my cart and said, oh, I wish you told me you had water in your cart, because she was already putting my groceries in the other cart. I said, I'm sorry. I'm thinking, I left it in the cart like you told me to. Okay, this is the third. Now, the same cashier has rung me up every time I bought water, just as a coincidence, I guess. So this was the third package I bought. I was going to leave the whole thing out here, but it was big. It's just the third time I bought this water, okay? So this time I left it in the cart, and she was still talking to someone as she was ringing up my stuff. I interrupted her before she touched my groceries to say, excuse me, I have water in my cart. And she looked at me and went, okay. But she said, well, we're still going to have to move it. She still put it in the other cart. And she still said, well, we're going to have to move it over to this cart. I'm going, I can't do anything right. And I said something to her about it. I said, I can't please you, can I? She said, what are you talking about? I said, if I put it on the belt, you said not to do that. I leave it in my cart, and you criticize me for not telling you it was in the cart. And this time I told you it was in the cart, and you're still kind of snippy with me. What do you want me to do with this water? I said, to tell you what, I will move it into the cart for you. And she said, oh, you don't have to do that. I said, I kind of feel like I do, because if I don't, you're not going to be happy. Now, mind you, I love this Aldi. I love all the cashiers. Even this lady is great. But I've had my issues with water and this one lady. I think I'm just going to go back to buying water at Walmart. I'm just going to, I'm not going to worry about it. But this is filtered water in a BPA-free bottle. You get, I think it's 24 of these 16.9 ounce. It's a half a liter bottles. I think they're $2.29. And it's perfectly decent water. It doesn't taste like anything. I'm not one of these people that's going to debate with you what the best water is. I don't care. As long as it doesn't taste like anything, I'm perfectly happy with it. Plus, I'm trying to cut back on soda. I'm not going to say I'm going to quit drinking it, because I'm realistic and that's probably not going to happen. But I'm trying to drink a lot more water, so it's good for me to have these around, so I don't go get a Pepsi at the convenience store. But that's my story about water, and I think I'm just going to not buy water at Aldi anymore. It's too stressful. Okay, this is my bacon. Literally, I end up eating most of this myself. This is pre-cooked, fully cooked Appleton Farms bacon, and it has this smoke flavoring added to it. I would like it a little better if it didn't have that. It ends up tasting, it adds this weird taste to it, I think. But it doesn't come out looking like that either. But let's see. This is 2.1 ounces. You get 12 slices in here. And it's way cheaper than the fully cooked bacon elsewhere. I know I could cook my own bacon, but I hate doing it because it makes such a mess. And then you end up with all that bacon grease, which I don't use, and then you have to dispose of it. It's a pain. I would honestly rather just buy the pre-cooked bacon and be done with it. So on a low carb diet, I just eat this as a snack. And if you don't like the low carb diet, that's fine. You don't have to tell me. And then here, these are for my younger son as well. A lot of the times you see these, they're going to have the little crackers in there, kind of like the Townhouse crackers from Keebler. But these actually have the little breadsticks and then the cheese stuff. And they're perforated. It's really loud when you tear them, so I'm not going to, but it's perforated. So you can tear one off at a time. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these for only $1.25. And it's from Savorites, which is another one of their brands that I showed you a minute ago. They made the penguins. It's a cheese dip with cracker sticks. And he loves to put these in his lunch. So it looks like you get 8 cracker sticks in there and your little tub of cheese-like substance. I really don't think it's real cheese. I don't know. But anyway, these are for his lunch. I had to kind of replenish our lunch stash. And then, we haven't seen these in a while. Toaster tarts. These are the frosted brown sugar and cinnamon toaster tarts. My older son has decided that he loves these again. He went for a long time and wouldn't eat them. He got sick of them. But now every time I buy a box, he eats them all up. I bought the first box for my younger son because he asked me to, and the poor kid never even got one because my older son found them and gobbled them up. Like, it was crazy. He was like the Cookie Monster, but with toaster tarts. It was ridiculous. Now, in this box, you get 12 pastries, and they come in these full wrappers, and you get 2 per wrapper. So there are 6 full packets of toaster tarts in here. They have different flavors. They have chocolate. I think they make strawberry, possibly blueberry, but the frosted brown sugar and cinnamon is the one that they seem to like the most. Yeah, so I mean they're okay. They don't toast them; they just eat them straight out of the box. It's not really my thing, but they like them. And these are really good. My younger son likes these as a snack to eat on the way to school. These are from Millville, which they also made the toaster tarts. They make cereals and stuff too, but I'll show you that in a minute. These are pastry crisps, and you can see that they're kind of thin, and they have this little drizzle of icing stuff on top. These are the blueberry flavor. They also have a chocolate flavor, but you get 10 crisps in here, and they come in a 2 per package. You have these little full packages in here, and you get 5 of those little full packages. So for a total of 10 of these, and that'll work for a whole week right there. And it's perforated, so you can actually tear this top part off, and then it becomes like a little dispenser, and you can just, lift them out one at a time. But it's perforated all the way around here, so that's something that he enjoys those. They also make Pop-Tart crisps. I found them at Walmart, Pop-Tarts. They look kind of like that, but they're like little skinny Pop-Tarts that you don't put in the toaster. He likes those too. They don't always have them, though. I think it's a new thing. And I have almost used up all of my vanilla with some of the baking and cooking and stuff we've been doing lately. This is from Stone Mill, which I believe is it's an Aldi brand. And it is pure vanilla extract, and it's wonderful. And it's way, way cheaper than buying a brand name vanilla extract. But it's exactly the same. It is exactly the same. It's not imitation or anything like that. It's a 2-ounce bottle of vanilla extract. I think it was only about $3. And a 2-ounce bottle of this will last me at least a year. I mean, I don't use that much of it. So it comes in this nice little box. And all it is vanilla bean extractives in water and alcohol. And it's wonderful. If you've never tried any of these spices or extracts or anything from Aldi, I highly recommend them. I think they're great. We have a couple of different types of fruit cups here. Now, these are also for lunches. We don't really eat these at home. These are basically exclusively for lunches. These are from Lunch Buddies, which is another Aldi brand, and they make little things like this. They also make little pudding cups and things that are kind of like Jello cups. My son didn't like those though. These are yellow cling diced peaches, and they're clear so you can see what's in there. And it's just little pieces of peach. And it's in 100% fruit juice from concentrate with added natural flavor. I do like the fact that it's in fruit juice and not that really heavy syrup. No artificial sweeteners, and there's one full serving of fruit per cup. So you get four of those in here. And another Lunch Buddy is this one. Cherry mixed fruit. Now this is a lot like that Del Monte fruit cocktail. If you're my age, I'm 45 and a half. If you're my age, you probably used to get the little tins of fruit cocktail in your lunch if you took your lunch. I remember getting my mom putting those in my lunch. This is basically the same thing. It has cherries, peaches, pear, and pineapple in there. Well, there's a little peach hiding behind some pieces of pear in there. It doesn't have a lot of cherry in it, but if it's like the Del Monte fruit cocktail, they always, usually when you open a little can of those, there'd be like one little half of a sad looking cherry in there. But that was always the best part. That little cherry was the best part. And there would be tons of pear, which I didn't like, but I'd eat it anyway. Yeah, so this again is in 100% fruit juice. No artificial sweeteners, and this is also one full serving of fruit per cup, and you get 4 of these, and each one is 4 ounces, so you have 16 full ounces in here. And I only bought one thing at Cat Treats this week. They finally have the dairy flavored cat treats that my cats like at Walmart. They were out for a while. These are salmon flavor, and they do like these. These are only $1.09 per pack. This is a 3-ounce package, and it does have a resealable top, which is great. From Heart to Tail, which is an Aldi brand. They have salmon flavor, salmon, tuna, and chicken. And my cats really like the salmon. And the way they're made, they have a crunchy outside and then like a soft middle, and it's supposed to help control tartar. So it is this salmon flavor. I don't think there's any real salmon in it, but they like these, and they have become accustomed to receiving treats when I go in the kitchen. So now if I'm in the kitchen for more than about a minute, they come in there and expect something, and it's my fault because I have allowed them to come to expect it. Okay. Here is another Millville product, Honey Grams, and these are like, Golden Grams. Obviously, I think General Mills makes that, and to me they taste identical. I can't really tell a difference between the Honey Grams and Golden Grams. It's enlarged here to show you the detail, to show you what the cereal looks like. This is a 12-ounce box of Honey Grams from Millville. No artificial flavors or high fructose corn syrup. No certified synthetic colors or synthetic preservatives. And it's really inexpensive. I think it's $1.29 a box or something like that. It's really cheap. And I mean, it's not big. I know for some people in some countries this is a normal size box of cereal, but we have them way bigger than that here. I should take you to Costco and show you the size of those boxes of cereal. Holy mackerel. Look at that big barcode. They have these huge barcodes on almost every surface, usually not on the very front. See, they have them on the sides. They have a huge one here and another one here, so they can quickly scan your items no matter which way it's facing. There's not one on the top. Pretty much any way it's facing, they're going to be able to scan it, and it saves time, and they're able to get your stuff scanned. That's how they scan everything really fast. Now here's another one from Millville. This is like Cookie Crisp with a sketchy looking lion dog. I don't know if that's a lion or a dog. I don't know what that is, but anyway, he really likes the cereal, or he's taking it away from you. I don't really know what he's doing here. It looks like he's on drugs. Look how excited he is. I've never gotten that excited about cereal. But anyway, it's this cereal. My mother would never buy this. Cookie Crisp came out when I was a kid, and my mother was really against sweet cereal. She wouldn't buy it. I had to use my allowance to buy it. She said, I am not buying cookies for breakfast. You are not eating, I don't care if they're not real cookies. You are not eating something that looks like cookies for breakfast. That's garbage. She's probably right. But this is the great taste of chocolate chip cookies and milk. It's a sweetened corn cereal. And these little brown things are supposed to look like chocolate chips, but they taste like little pieces of plastic to me. I'm sure they're not. But they're stuck to these little things that look like cookies. This is an 11.25 ounce box of cookies. Cookies. That's what it says. And I hadn't bought these in a while. My kids like them. And we were running low on cereal, so I decided to get some. Here is another Savorites product. This is one that's been out for a while, but my younger son had never tried it. He was with me the last time I was in there, and he asked to try these. These are mini cheese sandwich cookies. So you have these little tiny crackers, kind of like Ritz crackers, but they're really small, and they're used to make a little sandwich. They have this cheese stuff in the middle, made with real cheddar cheese, no artificial colors or flavors, 0 grams of trans fat. Usually if they're bragging about that, that means it's pretty bad. I've just noticed that. I don't know. But this is an 8.8 ounce box of these tiny cheese sandwich crackers. And I mean, I guess they're okay. They also have a peanut butter version, but he doesn't like peanut butter. So we got the cheese sandwich. And sometimes for lunch, I will take a few of these and put them in just a little bag to put in his lunchbox. Now this is another Savorites product. This one they don't have all the time, so I try to grab one when I see them. These are like Cheez-Its or Cheese Nips, either one. They're these little square baked cheese crackers, and they are made with real cheese and natural cheese flavor. These are the white cheddar crackers. We pride ourselves on baking the perfect cracker. We do this by using only quality grains and something I can't read because it's over a cracker. Delicious recipes. You can't even read that because there's a white cracker behind it. I didn't plan that out too well. They should have moved it up a little bit. Oh well. This is let's see, a 12.4 ounce box. Cheesy little crackers, ideal for snacking, party trays, or for a fun addition to lunch. I've never given him any of these for lunch. I should do that. Naturally flavored, no high fructose corn syrup. But he likes these as well as a snack. And again, this is not all we're going to eat this week. I promise. We don't just sit around eating snack crackers and oatmeal cookies. Now this I cannot keep in the house. This is Nature's Nectar, which is another Aldi brand. Most of the stuff they carry is an Aldi brand. Not everything, like the Little Debbie stuff. This is like V8 Splash, and it is the berry blend. This is a 64 ounce bottle, and these are actually pretty inexpensive. You can see though how it kind of settles on the bottom. You're supposed to kind of shake it before you pour it. But see how full it is? You know, Aldi tries to minimize the amount of packaging they use. That's why it's full. It's kind of vacuum sealed. When you open it, it kind of relaxes a little bit. It goes right up to the edge, and you have to be really careful when you open it or you'll spill some. But this is a berry blend. It looks like it has strawberry, carrot, blackberry, apple, raspberry, just a bunch of different things in there. But this is one of their favorite juices, both of my kids. This is an excellent source of vitamin C, and I find that their juices are really good and they're very inexpensive, which is good. This is another Nature's Nectar. This is 100% juice, white grape juice from concentrate with added ingredients. This is another 64-ounce container, and again, you will see there's really no air. There's no air in there. So, yeah, and it's really good. Their juices are, I think these are only, they're very inexpensive. It's way less than $2, I know. But I went ahead and got 3 of these. I also got this one, Tropical Blend. I don't think we've tried this one before. I usually just get the berry blend, but I thought for a little variety I would get Tropical. And it looks like this one has pineapple, kiwi, carrot, and whatever that is. It's covered up by the nutrition information. No certified synthetic colors. It is a carrot juice cocktail, a blend of 6 juices from concentrate. And it is also an excellent source of vitamin C. There's a little air bubble in there. Not much of one. But I thought just for a little variety I would get one of those. And the last thing I have is over here. Ooh. A 4-pound bag of Baker's Corner pure cane sugar. I used up all my sugar making the, I can't say, making something. You'll find out later. And unfortunately, I didn't have enough sugar. I was a bit shy. I didn't have quite enough. And I thought, well, it won't matter. Well, it turned out it did matter, but you'll find out later what I made. Not right now. This is a premium granulated sugar, a 4-pound bag, and this was only $1.45 for this 4-pound bag of sugar, which I thought was a pretty good deal for sugar. Baker's Corner, and you'll see a lot of the products in the baking section from them, like unsweetened cocoa, flour, cornmeal, things like that, baking soda. It's not very often I have to buy sugar. In fact, I think this is the first time I bought sugar in about a year. I don't use a lot of it. But, yeah, it's just cane sugar in a nice little package. And I remember when sugar used to come in 5-pound bags, but they reduced it to 4 and kept the price the same, basically. But that is everything I wanted to show you today from Aldi. I think I got some good stuff here. But I do think it's probably going to be the last time I buy water. I think I'm just going to start buying it elsewhere. It's just too weird. I can't win. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again really soon.